Hi guys, welcome to Hooks Hot Rods. Al here. I'm going to get started on the cab. I finally have some time away from work. So I'm going to start sanding on the cab. I blocked it out once with just with the body fill, and then I primed it and it's been sitting ever since. So I'm going to get started on it today. So far I just thrown the guide coat on the roof. I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. It's fairly straight, but this is where I find out what I actually need to fix up. So I'll put you on the tripod here and I'll get to work. While I'm doing this, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the like button. Share with everybody you know. So what I'm looking for here is, actually I'm looking for high spots. I'm just going to keep sanding till all the low spots come out. Now I broke through the primer here and over here, but I haven't got down to the primer in this area. But I'm not hitting metal, so this might not be a low spot. These are probably just high spots. So I'm going to keep sanding, blocking it out until I either hit metal or it becomes right smooth. Then I'll just reprime a thin layer primer and then block it with 400. I'm using 320 right now. Seems to be doing good. So I ended up getting it all out. This was quite high here, but I started getting metal here. So I just sanded from here forward, and because this is not actually a straight line, it is kind of rounded. I got it to come out. So it turned out it wasn't a low spot at all. This and this were high. And I just keep going like that through the whole roof. Now this isn't final primer. It'll be primed again and then blocked again with 400. Okay, I'll keep going. Still here working on the cab. A lot to work on here. Don't know if you can see it, but wherever there was little divots from the rust, because what I did was pour 15 the whole cab and then ground it down so that there was just pour 15 in the little divots. There's not that many, not as bad as I thought it was. It's coming pretty good. But yeah, you gotta, when you're sanding like this, I'm down to 180 right now, and using the right block for the area you're working on is really important. Like this is just a flat piece of rubber, like a conveyor belt, and there's so many bends and twists in this cowl, different angles and curves, that anything flat's not going to work, but this seems to take the shape and still gets it nice and flat. So you never know what you're going to need to use for a block. Whatever fits is basically what you got to use. I'm also working, I've got the roof basically done now, ready for hopefully final primer. But I'm working on this here, the belt line right now. On the original car, it was screwed on. The doors are solid right into the doors, but this was screwed on to the back of the original car. And I had to take 4 inches out of it as well. But I welded it on, just all the way around, and it was a little flat on here. Like in this section, it's a nice rounded, a nice curve to it. But here, on the bend where they had formed it, it was a little flat. It didn't keep its curve as it went around. So I kind of hammered it out, and now I want it the curve on the reveal here. I want it the same all the way around. I don't want it to flatten out in the corners, so it's going to take a little bit of work. But I use tape on both sides so that I can keep what I have here, because that's already straight. I've just got to work on this, and then once I get all of this to the shape I want, I'll reverse it and I'll put the tape on the belt line, and then blend the flat into the belt line, so that it'll look like the door once I'm done. There's no seam, no nothing. Okay, again with different type blocks for different areas. There's a very fine indent right along here. So I made up a block using a body fill spreader. And then this is just an eraser. I cut it in half. And this is kind of like half rounded. And it's really hard to get something to actually sand. So this is the block I'm using for that. It's just junk I have laying around, but it fits the contour. So that's what I use as a block. I try to avoid using my fingers for pretty much anything, because you do leave like little indents the shape of your finger. Now if you have an inside curve, such as here, my finger matches the contour of that, so that's probably how I'm going to do that one. So I'm a couple of days into sanding on this cab here, and it's coming along pretty good. Right now I'm working on getting the door opening cleaned up so I can remount the door. Once I get them ready for primer again, I'm going to mount the door and then finish the outer edges of it. I have the cowls all sanded now. Roof is done, ready for final primer. Window frame's done, ready for final primer. Just got to get these doors openings finished off. I don't know how well you can see this, but it takes a lot to get it there. Haven't started on the firewall yet, or the bottom half of the back. I still have to sand the lower section here. But I gotta go to work for a few days, and then I should be getting right back on this. So as soon as I can, I'll get more video up of it. I am really hoping to have it painted before Christmas. Okay, and again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and definitely leave a comment. Hit the like button. And oh yeah, I'd like to welcome the new subscribers to the channel. It's all covered with dust, but I got not much of it painted so far. The dash and steering columns all in here, window frame. And this is the gauges that I picked up for it. Now I picked those up off Kijiji actually. It's sort of like Facebook Marketplace, but yeah, I got a good deal on them. So as soon as I can get that thing painted, it'll be on to while assembling it, and then onto the motor. Something that doesn't involve sanding will be nice. Okay, and again, thanks for watching.